Look, something called grid search and randomized search CV. So these two are nothing but cross validation techniques. So before we move ahead, we want to understand two things. First one is, what is parameters? Okay, so there are basically two types of parameters. One is model parameter and another one is hyperparameters. So just a quick examples of these. For example, we have our model parameters at weights and bias, and for hyperparameters we have something like learning rate, number of epochs, and number of estimators. So let's have a more detailed view on model parameters first. First we look model parameters. So when you train a model, we give some inputs and some labels, and based on that we get a program. Basically we give it to our computer. This is nothing but a model. So some parameters are associated directly with this model. For example, you have a linear regression model and you have y equals to wx plus b, where we have this is as our weight and this is as our bias. So these are decided by our model only. So these are called model parameters because we don't have direct control. We don't have direct control over them. Okay, so these are called model parameters. Second thing is what? Hyperparameters. Okay, so as we've already looked, something like learning rates, number of epochs, number of estimators, which we can change in order to get the best model performance. Okay, for example, let's say we have this model. Let's say this is a linear regression model. Okay, so what we can have, we have learning rate. We can have different values, let's say 0.1, 0.001, 0.01, 10, 100. So this is what a hyperparameter. We can directly decide it. So what to take our learning rate, whether to small one or whether big one. And based on that, the model accuracy will either increase or decrease. So this is what we are going to achieve in grid search and randomized search. We want to find what is best learning rate or number of epochs or n estimators. Basically the number of decision trees in a random forest is number of estimators, so that you have already learned, I guess. So this is how we have the things. So we have two techniques, namely first one is GridSearchCV. First one is GridSearchCV and second one is randomized search CV. So if you try to visualize randomized grid search and randomized search CV, let me draw. Okay. let me try to draw it first. Let's say this is one box for grid search and this is for randomized search. Or let's say this is a grid. Okay, here we have one parameter. Let's say here we have another parameter. Let's say here we have alpha, here we have number of epochs. Similarly here also, and here we have, let's say, alpha, and here we have number of estimators. So in GridSearchCV, what we'll do, we'll try to evaluate each and every combination of these, so that whichever is the best, we'll try to find it. So let's say this combination, let's say this combination is the best. So we'll take and pick it out. This is called GridSearchCV. It will try out all the combination, but in randomized search we'll try to do what? We'll just do random searching of variables in permutation and combination, and we'll try to find which is the best. So let's see, we found here is the best. So this is the simplest difference between randomized search and GridSearchCV. Okay, so in most of the states, if you consider GridSearchCV, what is, it's very time consuming, because we are trying all the possible combinations. In case of RandomSearchCV, less time, but also less accurate. Okay, so this is a difference. This last term which we must know before we end this video, that is called hyperparameter tuning. This is nothing but we will have different parameters. Let's say we have an array of different alpha, 0.1, 0.01, 0.0001, 100, 10, etc. Let's say number of epochs, we have 10 epochs, 20 epochs, 5 to 30. Okay, estimators, let's say we have 10 estimators, then we have 100 estimators, then we have 200 estimators. So we want to tune this, and this process we have to basically find the best, and this process is called hyperparameter tuning. I think that's it for this video. Next we'll be looking at the practical implementation of grid search and randomized search, so that you can get a better intuition of it. Thank you.